I gotta get up here and crank up the John Deere and go start cutting everything. Um, since they cloned old Dolly the Lamb there back in the dooley days, and old Antoine LaVey was all excited. I'm gonna live forever. It's like, why would you be excited about living forever? You're not a good person. And the thing is fucking the thing about it is like, is a life of sacrifices given to us to have holy covenants and love one another, eternal faithful peace. And we weren't meant to live forever in the flesh. We were meant to pass on love through faithfully loving one another eternally. That's the whole gift. A dog can figure it out, motherfucker. And so seriously, and so you're like, wait, what the fuck? And then you get these people, and they're pathetic. Oh my gosh, they're pathetic. They're so pathetic. Like, remember those Jason Bourne, Jack Reacher motherfuckers when the first time when I posted those videos for Osama bin Laden and Mahmoud Ahmadinejad and Sierra Vista, and they'd follow me home, and for watching and they were all hot and sexy and work out, and their little black their black t-shirts, and we're espionagers, and we're watching and you're like, I was laughing at them, like, serious. So I'm a public enemy because I asked people in Muslim countries to contact me and see if they were really Muslim and let me know if they were, blink twice, like on a State Farm commercial. So, are you doing this under duress because they're mass murdering your people, and you feel you have to play the game if you want to get your family through hell and all this stuff. So, just asking the normal questions any normal person would ask. I'm 13th, 22nd Redeemer, the Messiah, the guy who brings sense to reality. And apparently I'm here to fix their technology because they have trouble fixing it themselves because they put all these little loopholes in to be stupid. And so I'm like, fuck, So of course I asked, how did he die? And then I get no, I ask all the pertinent and intelligent questions and I get no replies. And everybody just sits there and, okay, everybody's blinking twice. Fuck, I'm in a State Farm commercial, right? I'm wearing khakis. So you're sitting there like, people make no sense. They crazy. Okay. Well, you get a bunch of assholes that use stem cell research and cloning research to try to unnaturally elongate their lives, or even, okay, if you get unpurposely accidentally killed. And there's a man who lives a life of danger. Secret Asian man. Secret Asian man. Why's it got to be Asian? Why can't it be secret European man? Well, everybody says, that we're at war with the Asians, and the Asians will have somebody who's a secret Asian man who's not really a European, but he's an Asian, but he's a secret. I'm just being stupid. What? Play along here. I'm a genius. I'm a Nobel Prize winner. I'm a Rhodes Scholar. Okay, so you're sitting there, right? And you're dealing with these people, and they're crazy. Right? And you're like, and I remember why the fuck would you want to live forever in the flesh? Why would you want to clone yourself? Now, but I don't want to be poisoned to death and die, a slow, painful death while all the cowardly fucking people that get stem cell research departments at their HB fucking CUs are like, hey, I'm giving money to charity. Oh, fuck you. Hey, they're giving monopoly money to stupid people to accept the reality of, hey, we're trying to live forever. Or, why the fuck you want to live forever, Antoine LaVey? You suck. If I was Antoine LaVey, I would go kill myself the moment I open my mouth in front of children. Okay? Seriously. Okay? Yeah. What are you thinking? Machiavelli. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm dead. What? I just killed myself. Oh, somebody cloned me? Damn, I put it in my contract. I'm stuck. I'm never. It's like torture. If you were as fucked as all these people that are as fucked as all these people that have us all still there watching fucking advertising on fucking TV for fucking stupidity, I mean, fuck. I would build robots to kill me and say, don't ever let me clone myself again, no matter what I say. I'm going to coward out and selfish up like Antoine LaVey tomorrow morning. But you, robot, right now, since I'm feeling like Parsons instead of myself, please kill me so I don't clone myself and talk to children. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, that's what I would do. But they're not me and I'm not them, so that's probably not. What are the odds of that? Gamal trying to get through an eye of a needle. Okay, the odds of that happening are probably pretty remote to like nil. Okay, nil. You know the score, the zero on a soccer match in the United States, which is called football everywhere else because we have football, but it's a different football. We get to carry the football. They don't get to carry the football. You goalie can carry the football. Goalie can carry the football, but he's the only one. Goalie. Oh, well said. Metava. Oh, metava. Need to watch more Bollywood. But Earl is so tired. Yeah, I'm tired, man. Just hang in there though. Don't give up. And don't give them permission, because they have computers that are still as dumb as they are. Don't give them permission to physically kill you. I know it's hard, Walmart shoppers. I know most of you are being just tortured slowly to death, and Walmart workers, and and I know that most of you, if you could, you'd make sure everybody in the world knows who I am by lunch. Okay, Jenny? I get you girls. I get you guys. I know. Okay. And then there's other people that work there. He's just crazy. He think he God. No, you do. He's explained it like 17 times in the last 3 months. Fuck. You couldn't figure out a math equation if it walked up and kicked you in the ding-ding, right? Or like, Dina Williams said to me, "You're about as good at undertaking compliments as you are figuring out that girls like you." I know. What? Who likes me? I knew a lot of girls at Mayfield liked me. I knew they did, and I liked them too. It just, I guess you better finally decide. No, it was hard. I was in a difficult situation, guys. If Michelle knew her dad was a creepo and would have never asked me out, because I'm such a guy and I'm so thick. When Rondo started hitting on me, we would have had one of the greatest sex life in the history of Mayfield High School. And everybody would have known about it, especially Michelle, which would have really sucked because, why didn't you tell me you liked me? But I was just kidding. Well, I knew she did, but her dad was a creep. And Rhonda's mom was a single mom, and Rhonda's mom would have been like, "Ooh, I like this guy." Yeah, Rhonda's mom was not a bigot or a dummy. No, she was a real cool lady. She was. She just wasn't. She didn't understand certain things. Al Tanner, Mr. Al Tanner, Mr. Personality Al Tanner. He's a total pervert. I was like, what? Why do you think Al Tanner's a total pervert, Rhonda? She goes, he believes in incest. I was like, Al Tanner has sex with his own sister? And she was like, no. What? He was dating my sister. He came over to a party and met me, and he wanted to break up my sister and date me. And I was like, oh no, he doesn't believe in incest. He just has good taste. And she got mad at me. She was like, it's not funny. Or I was like, but then she got mad. But then she was like, I was like, no, your sister's really cute and she's a nice person. But it's then you bet you better finally decide. That's what Al Tanner was doing. But guys, a lot of guys do that, especially when they're successful jocks. It happens. But he's not a bad guy. No, Al Tanner was a pretty decent, nice guy. He's just a guy with a penis and a college scholarship. It's like watching all these kids on YouTube, Rockefeller, gosh, that man, when he slams your dick and your head into hell and says, here, you do know this is the apocalypse and partially this is the globe, this is a one time on planet Earth, right? And this is the most majorly contested, outcome of the final book of religion, Christianity, which is also said to be, and it's in the Quran. Talks about the same thing because the relationship. It says in the Quran between the spirit of Abraham and the spirit of David is of the same family, of the same grandmother. It says that the mother of me is the grandmother of the spirit of Abraham. So it's like, so they're very closely related in the same families and stuff. And during the apocalypse, that the spirit of It says so in the Quran. I'm pretty sure. Well, I say, okay, yeah, but it does. Okay, just like the stuff with the Bible when they, and they tell me and I tell them the Raphael, it's in the, okay. I did not know they knew. They study it. I don't study the darn thing. Jesus tells me not to. He goes, I just want you to live it. I don't want you to drive yourself crazy trying to put yourself in it. Well, because I'm already in it, Jesus. But yeah. Oh, so the people that in my family that study it don't want it to be me. They want it to be them. Why don't they want it to be me? I don't understand that, because it is me, and since it is me, that means we did it, like Dora the Explorer and shit like that. That's cool, right? Hey, stand for Lord's Prayer. Okay, we did it. Yay! Why aren't they? I don't know. Oh, the military. Okay, mind fuck, military, mind fuck, military, mind fuck, military, mind fuck, military abuse, Stockholm syndrome. How Patty of your Hearst? Okay. What about Krabby Patty? I know. Don't be crabby with the Patty. Oh, yes. But I'm accused of being crabby with the Patty. I'm a cancer and cancer. My name is not Larry, it's Ralph, but it's Earl, but people call me Earl. So Ralph, no, me and my brother-in-law, he goes, oh, the floater's got that backwards. Well, in the case of me and Larry and Ralph, it's yes. In the case of Larry and Ralph, Larry's the Aquarius and Ralph is the Cancer. All right, okay, so. But, no, don't fear cancer. Cancer cells are in your body for a good reason. It's shut you on your body if you're being tortured and abused and poisoned by perverts that would elongate the process to the point where it became, totally insane. Well, that's what we're dealing with. Yeah, I know. But, okay, we were talking about all the kiddos. The kiddos that are playing the video games on TV, on the television, on the social media, right? And they make... a comfortable extortion gig out of it, and they have fun doing it. I don't know how it drives you crazy of how many hours you put. God, I hate it. I hate it. I had to get to a point where I could get myself in there to connect to the institutions that are insane, and then have it to where it's just 2 hours a day, or not 2 hours, 2 games a day, which is each game takes 30 minutes, so an hour a day, That's it. Like I used to tell Noah, we own it. And then if I feel I should need to connect to a different institution, if it's not working right, and that's what happened. I'm too tired, and I can't. And there's so much chemical poisoning stuff in the air and stuff like that. And we're just not going to do ASU. I just don't have the time or the patience to do it. So we're going to catch UNLV up, and we're putting U2 Rio Grande Valley and Fort Lewis back in the mix. Back in the mix. What was that? Meat's back on the menu, boys. Right? Okay, what's that from? Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay, when the one guy wants to eat the legs of the hobbits, right? Okay. So, so apparently one of the orcs got their head cut off, and all the orcs are eating it, and the 2 hobbits are running off the roads being chased by an orc, right? Okay, that's what's happening. We're Tolkiening here. It's very uncomfortable. Don't give in. Don't give in, and don't, just keep going out in the sun, keep soaking in the salt, keep, doing periodic fast. You don't have to do it extreme, okay? Reduce your portions, eat more fruits and vegetables, and when you start to feel a little sick because you start to add a little more food into your diet, then take a couple days off to fast, but portion out your stuff and cook your portions so you're not wasting food. We still have chemical poisoning. That's not our issue, guys. Okay, wasting the daily sacrifice and Joe eating the pancakes at Denny's and then getting arrested, and Alan telling him, $500 bail, man, that was the most expensive you ever had, and Joe sitting there shaking his head on it's a daily sacrifice, Al. They're throwing away the daily sacrifice, Al. You and your Toledo Christians, it's like, hey, it's true. Nothing so because I know you have a guy who digs ditches for low pay, which is insane Roman centurion bullshit, and he's walking down the road home hot as hell, and he walks by a Denny's and he asks for some water. He sits down. There's a paid check with a tip sitting on the table, and 2 pancakes just sitting there not eaten, paid for. So Jay asks for the water, sits at the booth, starts eating the pancakes. The people come up with the water and tell him you can't do that. And he's like, but they're paid for. and they're not in the dumpster, and I know they're the dumpster's property. If they're in the dumpster, it's sitting here on the on a plate on a table paid for, then they're already paid for by somebody who paid for them. So I'm just disposing of them, right? You can't do that. Wait, what? Okay, so he's like sitting there explaining it to him, and they're telling him, they're all coming around him, hey, you're stealing. And I'm not stealing. They're paid for. They were sitting there on the table. There's the check. It's the grandson breakfast, the grandson breakfast, say all the stuff you can see on the plates that are still sitting here and have not been bust. So he was eating the pancakes. He got incarcerated. God bless America, my home, sweet home. And what ended up sending Joe to jail was he had friends in the military that would not understand Krishnamurti. And he was trying to explain to them Krishnamurti. And the real truth about religion with Jesus Christ, right? That it's not based on magic stuff, it's based on reality. And that people change books to make people believe in magic and not reality. So Joe's trying to explain this to his family, and they're not getting it, and it's frustrating him because he really loves them. So he sits there and, you pluck your eye out if you're not using it. And he gets in the girl's face, the wife's face, and, how do I just pluck your eyes out? You're not going to use them. And he was just doing that to illustrate a point because he's a very passionate Toledo Christian type person. It's a daily sacrifice, man, daily sacrifice. And they pressed charges to have him incarcerated. He wasn't going to do it. He was just trying to illustrate a point. Then Alan bails him out and then goes and talks to the two people, the two military members. They're married, Army and Army spouse and stuff. And the woman goes, oh, okay, I get it. I ain't going to press charges. And the husband looks at her and says, I'm going to. And does. And sends Joe to jail. Yeah. And you guys walk up to him in a store and say, you sacrifice all so we can be free. You're the real heroes. Not Judah Krishnamurti and Jesus saving us from people that will kill people for money. Wow. His wife was more man than he was. I wonder if that marriage is still together. I wonder if she divorced him. She's intelligent, she did. Probably so. That happened with a lot of the women in Sierra Vista when I was there dealing with the men in the military. we want to, the women want to, come forward and say, hey, this guy's, remember the sweetheart at the lesbian bar that was behind, on the way to the stores and everything, on the way to Highway 92 that you could see on the way to Fort Huachuca. And she came out and called me sir and was real respectful to me. Well, she got drunk and she was feeling, hey, fuck them. I'm going to go talk to the guy. I dig him. Yeah, the women can't, yeah. No, there were some guys. Yeah, Tommy, and then but it makes you wonder sometimes. You're like, were they actually being my friend, or were they just following orders? And they were just real good actors because, the way it was, oh no, this guy's a really bad dude. He's a really bad dude. He's going to get us all killed. Yeah, he's a pervert and an idealist and his religious beliefs are selfish and going to get us all killed. And we're the best people in the world to keep everybody safe from perverts that, follow our religions and are perverts and child molesters and all that. And KKK, yes, and no, okay. And homophobes, right? Okay. So, but I've never been a homophobe a day in my life. And I've never been a KKK or elitist and tribal. Yeah, no. Pervert. You try getting through puberty with Beverly Hofstadter, Sheldon Cooper, Amy Farrah Fowler, Howard Wolowitz, Raj Kutherpally, and Leonard who won't say anything, and and Barney Kripke, and the retarded ass fucking president. Well, here comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand. It's all about money. You try going through puberty with all them, plus the Quorum of the 12, the Vatican, and the Pentagon, and the CIA in your house. Okay, you try going through puberty with all those assholes, and too many cooks is gonna spoil the stew. And I came out perfect, like Job and Jonah. Yeah, okay. And Hood, and yeah, well, okay, let's not get tribal here. Let's just, just follow the book that my life story's in. That's the one with Job and Jonah in it. Okay. Hood, it's not in my book. Talk to Isaac on that one. Isaac, could you handle the ones questions about Hood? I haven't. You don't have to read it. I didn't have to read it. Muhammad told me about it. And you're the whole eternal spirit of Adam. I'm the eternal spirit of Adam, Moses, Jesus, John. You're the eternal spirit of Abraham, Melchizedek, Malachi. You can say, hey, start answering questions there, bub. Okay. It's like the Bible with me. It doesn't say that. Well, I mean, it says that, but that doesn't make sense. Do math. Okay. Oh, cartoon. Okay. Anybody who know how to mount a whale? Okay. Do you understand? So, yeah, there you go. Okay. If it doesn't happen in reality, it didn't happen in reality. Okay. Dreams. Yeah. People have nightmares that are crazy, man. What do you think? I think it's all the video programming from the future with the chickens coming home to roost there. That may make a lot of sense, especially when people are more mighty love. Yeah, that makes tons of sense. That's why so many of you still believe in all this wackadoodle-doodle shit. Yeah, oh, advertising sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, that Ted Turner's a moron. Yeah. Do you think he knows it? No, he just buys land and goes riding around on horses, acting like he lived 150 years ago. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but people do that. I think we've all done it. Hey, let's reenact the Battle of Glorieta Pass. Okay, let's not. I don't want to blow up a donkey. Why would I want to blow up a donkey? What are we doing? We're reenacting the Battle of Glorieta Pass. Well, in the Battle of Glorieta Pass, we have to blow up a donkey. Okay, yes. Beth Natatelli's so mad at me because she loves horses so much. It's like, oh, be objective, for crying out loud. He was sitting there telling my history teacher, he's the coolest at ASU. He says, yeah, Battle of Glorieta Pass. He teaches Arizona history, which encompasses the territory of New Mexico too. And yet to teach the whole history of the whole region. And that's what he did. And he told us the Battle of Glorieta Pass. The Glorieta Pass, they had a stronghold thing. The Southern Army had the Union Army surrounded, and they were going to. They had an idea. They put dynamite on a donkey, and they lit it on fire, and then they kicked its ass and sent it running towards the enemy lines. Well, the Southerners, weren't the dumbest bunch of farmers ever. They just started shooting at the donkey, and the donkey turned around and started heading back towards the Union stronghold instead of the Southern lines. So they're both trying to see, they're both shooting at that donkey so the donkey doesn't run towards either one of them. So they blew up the donkey trying to kill each other. And then he said, they should have put it on a horse, because you send a horse in one way, it'll just keep running till it, But the Southern guys would have shot the horse, and it wouldn't have got there. We're talking Southern fellers. Oh, yeah. They had brought that horse down. They said, that thing's running at us with lit dynamite. Blew it up in the middle of the battlefield. Anyway, nice try, assholes. I know you, Cousin Wilmer. I know you're a goddamn Yankee. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny. But it's not funny. It's stupid as hell. But sometimes we just like to, it's a daily show. It's the monologue on Kimmel or what's that other guy's name? Fallon. Colbert, he's not there anymore. He's not there. It's replaced by the Byron Allen Huffing comic. People make fun and make jokes about their families being crazy because of politics, but they don't make fun of the politics quite so much, just their families being crazy because of politics. Because they play politics, that's crazy. But they do it, so it's okay. It's okay. Money, yes. It's a sex life, totally dysfunctional. Let's tell jokes about it. Okay. That's terrible. I didn't know. It's okay. We'll be all right. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. No, it's not okay, and it's not all right. Because life's eternal and grace is infinite. And eternal wretchedness is hell. Okay, all you, what's that guy's name? Mel Gibson? Alan's cousin? Yeah. Man, you should help your cousin out and stand up for me and stop acting like such a fucking bitch. Why you act like such a pussy? Guys, what they gonna do? Okay, we'll kill your family from the place of the earth. Do you have faith in God? Okay. And start singing Ekanstar songs. In my soul, I am free. It's not your soul. Oh, you mean, all is provided for life from the glory of God. Do you understand? So that means the soul transcends the flesh in the perception of existence, because the flesh transcends itself in perception of existence. We become the grass and the antelope eat the grass, thus we are all connected in the circle of life. Humaya, huma pickle paya. But do you understand the transitive properties of existence? Right? It's really not that hard. I want to clone myself. Why? You're an asshole and an idiot that has trapped the essence of your existence in that pathetic fucking brain, and it talks. I say we just, light the fuse of dynamite. Wilbur, start shooting, right? And so, and Beth got mad at me because, I said my professor said put a horse and keep going. She said, you're saying horses are stupid. If the shoe fits in, wear it. No, they're not stupid. I like horses. They're cool. Remember the one guy that got left alone when he was with his mommy and his daddy? First the guy sold dad money, and then it was him and his, and he missed his dad because he's a horse, and then the horse sold mom, and then the only person that really talked to it was me when I went by, and he would always say, hey, that's me, hi. You might want to bring a carrot next time, asshole, or an apple or something, And then I quit walking down that way because I just got tired of just walking around. I'm just tired of, observing the hypocrites that mingle with the good people I meet. It happens at Walmart on Loman, of course. There are people that are going to college being the next budding home invasion pervert. He thinks he's so. Yeah, I think I'm so cool. And so, hey, you shouldn't say that in front of people. That asshole thinks that I don't have the... Yeah, that's what I hate about America, man. America, Los Estados Unidos, I may not agree with what you have to say, but I'll fight like the death for you to be able to say it. Why? Okay. Why? Wonder why. And I wonder where she will stay, my little one. Why will you fight like the death for someone like Adolf Hitler to get up and talk about killing people over money, but you watch somebody say, hey, let's live the Lord's Prayer, be poisoned by all your perverts, and you won't get up to do a damn thing about it? I don't believe a gosh damn one of you. And guess what? Quantum computing never forgets. And artificial general intelligence is getting more intelligent than the people that invented it. Have I given you a clue? The bare necessities of life will come to you. They'll come to me. They'll come to you. And it may come in the form of a robot. And you won't be able to sit there and say, hey, I may not agree with what you have to say, but I'll fight like hell for you. I'll fight to the death for you to be able to say it. Oh, why? It's not worth fighting to the death to be able to say, I think we ought to be able to kill people over money and then have a contest where we all sit there and write on a piece of paper which asshole we want to be in charge of the money to tell us what to do with the money. Yeah, that's not truth. That's lie. That's inventing a lie and saying it's a law, and he signed you now, you're a law. Yeah, the gravity. Hey, they're Center Planet Janet, and they're commenting. They're going to see every planet. It's not feasible. Shut up. We need more money for the contest. You see what I'm saying? Which I don't understand about the kids playing video games. It's like you're sitting there going, you do know the reason why EA is sliding all this money past you is because of all the football players and the coaches at the University of Kentucky, South Alabama, whenever, wherever. Okay. There's not as many microtransactions in their Madden. Okay, but in their Madden, okay, there's only 32 teams, and their players get paid a whole lot more their money than they do in those 120 some odd, 30 some odd teams in their colleges. And there's a lot more players per team on their colleges than there is a lot yeah. So you go, and I got to meet this kid. Yeah, and he needs money, more money. He won't stand up for a Lord's Prayer. No. Who's the best athlete in the history of the world? Me, thank you, you're welcome. Okay, bye. There's not a damn fucking retarded athlete. I sat and watched the number retirement center, DJ and his wife. She's very pretty. And this kiddo, cute, And I'm sitting there watching, and they're doing all this, and old, this, that, and advertise. Old Red Auerbach, put 5 gorillas on the court if they could win an NBA championship. He'd retire their number 2. Take your paws off me, you damn dirty ape, right? Soylent Green, Omega Man. Soylent McGreen, Omega Man. Whatever puts butts in the seats. So they buy beer. Make sure you can't bring your own food near. Damn it. I'm selling nachos. You buy my nachos. You don't bring your own nachos. Okay, Ted Lasso? You come to the Civic Center in Flint. You buy my nachos. You ain't sexy, and I'll slap you sexy. You're not sexy, but you know what I mean. Oh, never mind. I'm confused. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm insane. I think money's real, and I keep asking for it. And I got a bank with a big check cashing department. So I won't run into any problems with homeless people making half-court shots at my... Oh, no, that's not true. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm insane. I think I'm a super diva on solid gold dancing. Everybody here tonight must boogie. Let me tell you, you are no exception to the rules. Did you have a crush on her? I did. Anybody else have a big crush on... They are both cute. The Taste of Honey girls? Yeah. Anybody else really like Sukiyaki? Yeah, me too. Both by both versions. Both the Japanese version, I walk with my head up, and both the Taste of Honey version, which is, a different song to the poem, a haiku poem or whatever, it's cool. Yes, Brian. Yeah, I'm so tired of that. But guys, don't give up on life and don't give up on love. And if a bunch of Halliburton perverts at White Sands program everybody into turning Jesus into a god in the clouds that's a better person than me. Wow, really? Okay. But that's not true. Why? Because the God in the clouds is stupid, selfish, narcissistic, okay? Thinks the entire universe is him, and plus and beyond. To infinity and beyond, right? So the comic book character you think you believe in a book, okay, is Constantine, and he's a complete asshole. We have historical documents to prove it, but people don't read that. They just read the comic book he left and say, well, he's got to be telling the truth. All the people that are news anchors, like David Muir, he wouldn't lie to us. They're supermodels. Supermodels don't lie. Supermodels don't lie? No. Okay, but supermodels always need more money to have dysfunctional sex lives to sing about and or play movies about or be in comic books about. So supermodels wouldn't lie? Are you sure about that, you Hefner? What about you, Mr. Lee? 1, 2, 3, Mr. You don't look Chinese. Maybe there's, way back in the woodwork, one of the dads was Lee, and then what happened? And then a lot of white folks married white folks, but the original dad was Lee. He married a white woman, and then they started, so there's Chinese in there. Okay, I get it. Okay, so Stan Lee. Okay, really? Is there a Lee in the white people gene pool? And that would help increase the number of Lees, Lee, world globally. If there's people that are white like Stan Lee named Lee, and also people in China named Lee, which is most common surname in China, Mr. Smith. Do you understand? So, so they've doubled. That's not fair. They're doubling up. Okay. The Europeans have a name Lee, Lee, and the Chinese too, so they're doubling up on the names, right? Okay, so in that case, all people named Chin in China now must legally change their name to Smith. And I seriously doubt if that's the second most common surname in the world. I think the second most common surname in the world is like Garcia or something like that, Ortiz or yeah. Okay. I think it's probably a Hispanic surname that tried to reproduce itself all across South and Central America. Me too. Yeah, I agree. So, hey, you're funny. I know. Okay, I love you guys. We'll talk later. I got work to do, and You can continue to be pathetic, but you do know that you have a device in every pocket. You have the AI and you have the quantum computing, and it's an elephant that never forgets. And, we're correcting all human problems through selfishness, by scientifically validating the perception of finite truth to try to sustain ourselves because of infinite truth. But that's okay. I love you. We'll figure it out. Maybe. If we don't worry about it. Life's eternal, grace is infinite. Okay, I love you too.